Today is the end of the Ramadan month and is the beginning of Eid, a 6-day event in which Muslims will celebrate with their family and friends. It's sort of like our holiday period around Christmas. Everyone dresses up nicely and visits friends and family. It really is a joyous occasion.
We're on our way to Wanasari, which is a 2-day cycle to Pacitan. We're just going to stop in a bank, get some water, and then we're on the road.
It looks like they had quite a big party last night and are just cleaning up.
Now we're aiming for that hill. It's quite big. It's not big, it's just long. You can see the cars coming down it. So I think it'll be a hard slog for the next hour or so.
But yeah, today is the end of Ramadan, so everyone's traveling. So that's why it's so busy. It's pretty much like Christmas, or the day before Christmas, or the day after Christmas for traveling. But so changing another tyre, just dodgy tyres you get here in Indonesia, not very good, very low quality. And Ryan's had 2 now. One where he hurt himself. Luckily, he didn't hurt himself this time. We're going up a hill, not down it.
Air and tyres make such a difference.
The roads are ridiculously busy. Pretty much the scariest roads I've been on the trip so far. We've seen 3 accidents. One guy came off, got hit by a car. Another lady was squeezing past a car and just touched, and they didn't come off, but they're okay. And then another one, we came a bit later, and there was a guy lying on the ground. Everyone was crowded around him. He wasn't moving, and there was blood. So it was a bit scary. So yeah, the roads are just a nightmare. Too many motorbikes and too many cars. It's not that much fun, a bit depressing seeing all that stuff. Yeah. And we went to one lodgement and they didn't like us, or they didn't want us to stay. The guy said, oh, it's full, and all the room doors are open and no one in them. So this guy, he helped us out, but for some reason he wants to know when we're going to check out. We said 7, and he SMS'd someone. So I don't know, it's just a bit dodgy.
But this morning we're off to Pacitan, which is about mixed distances. We've had 50 kilometres, we've had 100 kilometres. So we'll find out today. And basically just hit the hills, hit the mountains. It's just constant up and down, and they're not long or steep, they're just so many of them. Come some more hills, I'm feeling so much more fresh now. Legs are good. It took me that good sort of first 50k to really warm up into it, you know. And now I'm just dominating, well ahead of Dylan, which is different but nice.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, so we're moseying on down this awesome pass to the beach, and yeah, this road is awesome. The trees are looking like eucalypts or something. It just looks like Australia. It's pretty cool. They almost crashed. Hati.
Careful, bro! There's a bus behind you.
Good. That's a bus. Hati.
Oh my god, stupid. Going down this hill, which is as windy and as twisty as anything. I mean, look at the cars coming in here. Bloody ridiculous. And he's holding a camera like this, like I am, talking with one hand on the brake.
Yeah, it's been up and down today. Tackling the hills, tackling plateaus, and now coasting. It's beautiful, I love it. Coasting to the coast. Here we are, we made it to Pacitan yesterday. We rocked on down the freaking mountain. And there were lots of people here because it's a holiday, and the homestay was booked out, nowhere to sleep. So we met some surfers, and they brought us here to this little shack on the beach. And so yeah, we just pitched the tents there last night, had some food and crashed. We were so tired. The local surfer here says hardly no one comes here. It's a river mouth break, so the river mouth is over there where you saw the boat coming out, and it works really well at the end of the wet season, which is in May. It washes the sand out and makes a really good bank here.
The tents worked really well. It's the first night we used them, and it's really funny. We thought we'd use them a lot more, but there's always the option to stay in a lodgement.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed for 2 nights here. We pretty much bathed with the well water and ate local food. It was great. We should camp more often, I think. The surf wasn't really that good, so we didn't spend much time surfing. Most of the time we spent chatting to the local guys, asking about waves in the local area, and just relaxing in general.
Cycling has just become our way of life at this point. We've forgotten about our lives back in Australia, and now we're just enjoying every moment.
We follow the same river that we camp next to, up through the mountains. It is incredibly hot and dry, and Ryan and I are sweating a lot. The thing about climbing mountains is once you get to the top, there's always a downhill.
I sit here through another day. Your memory does fade away. Did you have to leave so soon? You're an echo in this air.
With the huge mountain range behind us, we push along the plains towards our next town, Ponorogo.
What do you say?
There's no hotels down this road, so we've got to go into town, which is only like 6 k's away.
The original plan was to go home by this point 3 months ago. But no dramas, we're here for a couple more weeks. And today we're going to push on as far as possible to Malang, which is basically the town near that volcano.
Pushing as far as possible today. Fitness is like at the top of my game at the moment, and we're just able to do these huge kilometres each day. Very excited about finishing the trip now, but also a bit sort of sad, and I don't want it to finish. I want to keep going. Start travelling the world has certainly opened my eyes, you know, living in this third world country the way we've lived. And I think people have a deeper appreciation for it when you travel like we do on the bikes, you know, camping and sleeping in, you know, shitty places with no toilets and cockroaches, and you know, that all adds up in the end with all the good times, you know. And I think people will appreciate what you've been through and what you've experienced, you know. Well, I certainly will, so I'm very, very happy that's happened.
2,000 kilometers. And we said we'd stop and let off some fireworks wherever we are. And at the moment, we're in a town.
All right, buddy. There you go.
I was going to stop, but it didn't.
After a bloody hard day, we finally made it. We're in Blitar, and I'm tired. Isn't that beautiful, that scenery?
Wow, it's a reservoir, yay. I had diarrhea, fever last night, so we pushed on today to get to Malang. And yeah, so I might even catch a bus in to Malang. I'm really tired, really tired. Really effed with the capital F.
Both of us, especially especially Dylan, he's been struggling big time. The last 3 days now I've been ahead, way ahead. It's now sort of a reversal, whereas he used to always be ahead, but now it's me. 2 of these today already. Coke, Powerade, a packet of chips. That's what it takes. I think he's just pushed himself too hard, and that's why he might be feeling down or exhausted, maybe even dehydrated. It was the most exciting moment of this trip, I think. Cycling in and seeing Bromo on my left and another volcano twice as big on the right. It was quite the feeling, so I'm very excited. Waiting for him, we're going to check out the Lonely Planet, and that'll give us an idea to somewhere to stay, and they'll help us out, hopefully, with a tour up to Bromo. Cycling into Malong, we found a small hostel where we were able to book transport to the top of Mount Bromo to the crater town, where we would stay the night. We noticed the change as we come up to Mount Bromo. People wear different clothes, the temperature drops, the scenery changes and becomes more greener.
It's winter. Check it out. We made it to Cat Lava Cafe on top of Mount Bromo, and it is freezing. I never thought I'd have to do this, but I have busted out the jacket. It is sick, man. It feels like we're in New Zealand in the ski season. It's like freezing. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out the crater rim now, sort out the bikes, and it should be good.
There's a temple.
There's a temple. So cool. That's so cool, man.
Just camp.
Tomorrow night.
I know.
So, but I've never been so excited as I am right now for tomorrow. Horse riding across the sea of sand to this spiritual and mystical place in the middle of a crater to see an amazing sunrise. In freezing temperatures when we've come from such a warm climate this morning down below, and then pushing our bikes around this like barren land, just flat for ages, and it's 12 kilometers all the way around. Get to the other side, camp the night, this beautiful lake, it looks fantastic, and then down the volcano to the adjacent town, which is on the way out to Bali. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I've never been so excited before. Just that this next 24 hours is going to be amazing.
Okay, converted my buff into night mode, and we're starting with 250 steps up.
Halfway up the stairs, your lungs start to fill with sulfur.
Sulfur's not
Enough people though.
We make it to the top, but we're not the only ones there. There are hundreds of other Indonesian tourists. I edge myself along the side of the crowd to get the best view for the camera. We're on the lip of Bromo. Got up the steps and it's freezing cold, and we're just waiting for the sun to rise.
Mount Bromo is an active volcano in East Java, Indonesia. At just over 2,300 meters, unfortunately it's not the highest peak, but certainly the most well known. What makes Mount Bromo so unique is that it sits in the middle of a vast plain called the Sand Sea. The volcano belongs to the Bromo Tengah Similue National Park, a protected nature reserve since 1919.
Ryan and I make our way down the volcano with the other tourists. We jump on our horses and head back to the Losman across the Sand Sea. On the horses you can see the way that we're going to have to go later that morning.
The window and the sticker.
Whereabouts?
getting ready for our big cycle across that same crater to the other side where there's an amazing lake apparently, and just found out the road's quite good as well on the other side. So should be fun, pretty exciting. Lots of people. No one said nothing bad about it. Everyone said, you know, hey, good on you. So I think we were sort of expecting people to say, no, you can't do that. Take it.
Alright, let's do it.
I've never been doing this. It's crazy.
This is it, Ryan. We're doing it.
Doing it right.
Doing a volcano. Oh man, I'm gonna get stuck straight away. This is gonna be a long day. Yeah. New worst nightmare. Pretty cool in what we're doing, but the reality is pretty hard. Oh, what? Tornado. Yeah, it's going. Ah! Go into it. Can't really hear it. Mini tornadoes everywhere. Okay, we survived 2 dust storms, 2 tornadoes. That's a cool shot, eh? Okay. Yeah, no, just this shot. Phew.
Alright, so we made it out of the sand pit, or the sand sea rather, and come onto a sort of a pathway, more of a drive. It's still sandy but a lot harder and a lot firmer, so it's a lot easier to ride the bikes. Look where I am. Basically, we've come from around that valley there, we come all the way around, and then down and then up crater wall on the far side. That's basically what we're on. Hasn't been too bad. A bit steep, can't cycle it, but it's not too bad. Because it's quite cool up here as well, it makes it a lot easier. So I think I see the top up here. We made it to the top of the crater after what was an absolutely amazing day. We now had to find somewhere to sleep for the night. We decided to put our tents to use in camp.
Sand through.
Oh, the rocks in there. So from the top here you can actually see the south coast of the Indian Ocean. So that's where we've actually cycled from as we came along the south of Java. Come from, that's pretty cool. We've cycled a long way. It's absolutely amazing here, and we've just come basically straight down the other side, and it's sort of come into a completely different world. We've got Java's tallest peak going into the clouds there, sort of thing. Feels like England or Ireland or something. Like, yes, it's very, very bizarre. Interesting though, really good.
We eventually make it to the lake just in time to set up camp before dark.
Yeah, we've got to make a fire and then get going in the morning.
Again?
Yeah, 5. Whoa.
Oh, perfect.
Another one.
What? Jeez.
That was cool.
Got another one.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold it.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Alright, ready. Yep, it's all good. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's power in it, man.
Oh. Whoa.
Buddy, shake your arm, eh?
Is it?
It's fine. It's not. I thought it would be like hot or something, but
It's not?
it's actually quite warm just to hold.
Oh, yeah. Pretty freaking freezing. My hand's shaking the camera. As soon as that sun comes out, it's going to be so warm.
And it's probably the coldest night I've had in a very long time. And of course we're unprepared for it because we've got nothing. You know, so I'm using a raincoat, these buffs around my neck, a poncho that I bought. Yeah, so we're just packing up tents now. We're going to keep cycling down the volcano, down to the town, where it's fair to say we probably should try and get a good night's sleep tonight. Because yesterday we were up at 3 for the volcano tour. Cycled all day yesterday through the sand. And then last night I was frozen to death, so I didn't get much sleep. So yeah, tonight we'll try and get a good night's sleep and be ready for tomorrow, where we'll push on to a town called Jimba, which is really the last major town before we get to G-Land. Then we go up to the ferry, catch the ferry across, spend a night in Bali, well, our first night in Bali, and then make our way down to Denpasar, or to Uluwatu rather, where we're going to finish this thing. So it's almost done. Exciting. So sort of like next week we'll be done, I think, or thereabouts. It's cool. People will be like, "What did you do last week?" Yeah, I just cycled across a volcano. Camp packed, ready to go. Go, Jill. Go. When we got breakfast, we met some climbers who were staying at the base camp of Java's highest peak.
In Indonesia.
How many? Many. One place every day. So, yeah.
Home one time.
I thought
One time. Berapa guru?
nothing.
Just
Only Bromo. Yeah, Bromo. Yeah. Chicken curry and rice, of course. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's not hot.
So we've got 28 kilometres down to a town called Sinduro, and according to the map it's about 17 k's to the town where we're staying tonight. So it should be all downhill, technically. There might be a bit of a flat at the end, but yeah, it should be a fun morning. You get these really rough patches which are more than just potholes. They're just basically the section of the road just ends and it's just rocks, which is okay. It's nice and fun and it's a bit challenging, so makes the day interesting.
And this is some of the best downhill I've done on the trip so far. We've done 10 kilometers of downhill. It's like mountain biking / touring. It's so much fun. Saw these branches fall on the ground and I looked up and there's these monkeys jumping everywhere. As soon as they heard me though, they scattered.
Officially out of the national park, I think.
That is Mount Similue. It is the highest mountain on Java. It has a height of 3,600 meters. That's 12,000 feet. We went from about 2,300 meters all the way to sea level, pretty much. It took about 2 hours, and yeah, it was about 30 kilometers of just downhill, and it was just amazing.
And we're headed to Jimba today. So it's about 70 kilometers. Probably knock that off in about 5 or 6 hours, I think. You know where to go though?
Yeah, that way.
One more day to get to G-Land, which is the main thing. So that should be good. Coming up to the end of the trip and got to enjoy this last little bit.
The people that we meet on this trip, they're just so genuine and honest and friendly. It's great.
They said it's all on. There's swell coming on Thursday, Friday. So today's Wednesday. We'll get there tomorrow, or maybe today. And then yeah, the next day we'll be surfing G-land.
Left Jemba this morning and heading to a place called Jetatang or something like that. Dylan's behind again today, so I'm just waiting up for him. Things are well, same old, same old. Nothing else, nothing new to report.
And today we're about 75 kilometers away from G-land, which is awesome. One of our final surf breaks of the trip. Also today we are filming the introduction. Yeah, we're gonna start the movie with us sucking through the jungle to G-land, which we think will be pretty cool.
What's the name of the town?
Benchalok. 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 Chalok. Hello. I'm doing the bikes. Morning. Genteng.
Help me to take stride.
Yeah, that's alright, just go straight towards us.
Find my way back home.
So yeah, this is it. Leaving Genteng for G-land. Finally, get some surf happening.
Another day, your memory does fade away.
So if you want to go to Grudgegun, you go straight 11 kilometers, but we're going left. Grudgegun's on the other side of the bay. So we're going to go through to the National Park office and then hit through the jungle. So yeah, Ryan's gone left, the right way to go, and yeah, we'll do it. Rain stopped, thank God, so we can film. It's 30 kilometers away from G-land, and we've got to check in with the National Park office, and then we're in the jungle and we're on to G-land.
We made our way off-road, heading towards G-land. Unfortunately, the road was so bumpy that it actually broke my rack, so I tried to mend it as best as I could.
So yeah, we made it to, almost to G-land. We've just entered the national park after a quick stop. It's been raining all day. I'm drenched, as you can see by my pruny hands. It's been a pretty shithouse road up until now, when we've got like pavement now. So feeling a bit down today with the rain. You know, it's sort of like someone's turned a shower on and just hasn't stopped. Always wet, you know, completely drenched. And then the rack keep breaking on me, you know, in the middle of nowhere, in the forest, or the jungle, so. Apart from that, the surf camp's about 10 k's away, so not too far, almost there. Should be good.
Okay, I don't care if the camera gets wet, I want to see the beach. I'm gonna leave the bike there, I'm sure Ryan will see it. G-land should be to the left, up the point. Oh. Oh. The Indian Ocean. Haven't seen this place. Oh, look at that wave. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till we get to the camp. The camera's gonna get wet.
We finally reached the camp late that afternoon, and wow, it is really impressive.
So, good morning. It's October 2, and we made it to Joyo's Jungle Surf Camp, and it's barreling. Oh my God, look at that. Wow, that's a pretty long left. Lots of sections in it. Sick.
The wave is long. It has a number of sections, including speedies and kongs. Speedies is the last one right at the end. It's really quick and really shallow. But sometimes when the swell is right and the tide is right, the wave can break all the way through and you get one hell of a ride.
It's quite luxurious, this place. It's really nice. They've got pool tables and a bar, and they're saying they can accommodate up to something like 70 people, which is, I couldn't imagine. I mean, 70 people on the water is enough. Well, it's more than enough. Let alone 70 people at just one surf camp when there's 3 here.
This is really the ultimate surf camp. You have everything you need here. You have a surf guide to help you with the wave, a doctor to help you if you fall and hit the reef, and best of all, you're right close to the break. There is also a boat to take you out to the surf break when the tide is too low, so that's also great as well.
Day 2 here at G-Land, the Joyo surf camp, which has been unreal. Best surf camp we've been to, or one of the best we've been to so far. Tons of surfers. It's great to have a chat with people and talk about the wave. With the many waves that are here, there's about, I think there's 4 or 5 altogether.
Luckily the swell is still hanging in there at about 3 to 4 foot, so that gives me plenty of time to practice for the waves in Bali.
Had to clean the bikes off. They were completely filthy after what had been like a pretty muddy entry into G-Land. The trailer tyre was flat, so that had gone down at some point, I don't know when. A number of punctures, and the reason I have to fix it is because it's my only tube left. And without a spare tube, or without a fixed or a proper tube, it's going to be very difficult to get out of here. Also my back rack, the bolt keeps coming loose, so I think I've jammed it in with a bigger bolt. It doesn't quite fit all the way, but it seems to be holding it quite sturdy, so fingers crossed that will just get me to Bali in the next few days.
The last 2 days at G-Land have been really good. Tomorrow we head off to Bali, our final destination. It's been one hell of a trip, so let's make the most of it.
And now we're doing the almost impossible task of cycling back out of that national park where G-Land is, down the very eastern point of Java. So yeah, we're just about to make it out the forest now. I found a nail in the tyre, so it kept popping the tube. Running out of tubes, so I've got a bigger tube in there, which is actually Dylan's tube. So it's overlapping, it's too big for it. So almost in Banyuwangi, a lot more traffic as you can tell. Back to that same old busy road that we're used to.
Is that Bali? I can't believe you can see it. Man, those are some gnarly mountains on Bali. Huge mountains, far out.
What are we doing, bro?
2,500 kilometers. Done. Now we're on to the ferry, Bali. Yeah. High five?
What one hand on the bicycle, mate? One hand on the camera.
I thought you practicing no hands.
Oh, I can do no hands. Just not with a camera in the other hand.
We made it to the Banyuwangi port in no time and jumped on the ferry at about 4 p.m. was quickly getting dark and we'll probably arrive on the other side during nighttime. But that doesn't dampen our spirits. We are both pumped and ready to get to Bali.
Has made it all the way to the island of Bali. Alright, ready? Yeah! This is Bali, guys.
Just caught the ferry last night to Bali. We made it. We're in Bali. Maybe it's the atmosphere or this environment here. I feel it feels like the end.
It took us 3.5 months, but we made it, and we've got a plan to finish in Uluwatu, which is around the point. We just saw a road sign. It's about 130 kilometers, so we're going to take 2 days to get there. So yeah, we made it to Mentawai. Ryan's out there now surfing, and directly across the bay you can see G-land on the other side. So we were there yesterday morning, cycled to the ferry, and then from that point we came from Gilimanuk all the way to here, 60 kilometers. So yeah, it's crazy to think yesterday morning we were across there and we got over here just on our pushy bikes.
So very, very excited at the moment. Haven't been sleeping too much at night, thinking about how this final few days will go. And so we've got a big push today. I think we've got about 80 odd kilometers. Shouldn't be too hard. And then we get into Kuta, and we're in the heart of Bali. So we'll show you how we go. Totally sweet surf. Perfect waves, rice paddies, palm trees, blue skies. Bali is beautiful, it really is.
Yeah, so this is the last road that we'll be cycling on, the last big day cycling.
So we just got a message from Ryan, the guy who's helping us out in Kuta. We've worked out where we're staying, we're going to get there. We'll go right through the middle of Denpasar, and basically down the main drag of Kuta. So we'll see all the hustle and bustle, which will be nice.
Getting busier and busier the closer we get to Kuta. The traffic is just insane, there's smoke, but it's mostly downhill. My disc brake pads finally wore out, and I was having to use my foot to stop myself.
Bro, fucking hell. Should get on the other side. This one way. Ah, you bastard! You bastard! Stuck.
Lucky you are left earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah, because of Padang just.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but tomorrow we're going to cycle to Uluwatu.
Ryan runs OBB tours that specialise in surf tours around Bali. He recommended that we use one of his drivers tomorrow to go to Uluwatu and then cycle there the next day. It's always nice seeing a wave for the first time, and this wave looks world class. Ryan and I make our way down the steps, through all the many shops, surf photography stalls, ding repair shops, you name it, they're all on the cliffs.
It's scary surfing when you break out, no?
As Ryan heads out, I stand on top of the cliffs to film. There are some brilliant waves coming through, and everywhere else in Bali it's about 2 to 3 feet, and out there it looks about 4 to 5 feet.
Shed a tear. What is this? It ain't bliss. What is this? You sorry business.
Alright, so we're leaving the Sari Hotel, and it's the 9th of October, and we're going to go to Padang, stay on the point. So yeah, this is our last cycle, and we're going to cycle to the cliffs, so it should be good. Alright, so we're about 5 kilometers away from the point. Well, we're on Uluwatu, we're about 5 k's away from the cliffs there, where we're going to shoot the final shot and end the trip.
Boom! It's the ocean, baby!
What an adventure, you know. Starting in Banda Aceh, cycling all the way through Sumatra, seeing the islands, Nias, Similue, Mentawai, going over to Java, and finishing in Bali. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever do such an epic surf trip in my entire life.
And like, something that we said we would do, and we've done it, which is an amazing feeling. I suppose that the second, I suppose, real sort of story here is the people of Indonesia. I mean, we've just met so many friendly, willing people.
Now with that huge monkey off our back, we can relax. We've booked our flight back to Australia in 3 days' time, so now we can just chill and catch some waves.
Morning. We're going for a surf check this morning. Tomorrow's our flight. It's at 4 p.m, so we got today and tomorrow.
It's so perfect. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a swell so clean in my entire life. It's freaking huge.
And I think the real star of this whole trip, this whole adventure has been his mateship, doing it with your best mate, living like we were living, putting up with each other. We both had good days, we both had bad days. But we took the good with the bad, and it all worked out. And
what an amazing trip. I mean, I can't believe that we did it. I mean, like once you've done it, it seems really easy, but I'm sure when you look back at it, it's going to look really crazy. Yeah, Indonesia, it's not made for cycling. You know, there's a lot of mountains. Some of the roads are really dodgy, and the traffic is absolutely chaotic. But other than that, it's beautiful. You know, we've seen some amazing places, Bromo, the Lake Toba, and those sort of places. That was really special. Yeah, I mean, I've learnt a lot. I've learnt to trust people more. I've learnt that everybody is really the same, whether you're Australian or Indonesian. You're both a person and you both need the same things.